Big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete come together to talk about all things sports related and everything that happens in that realm and that's connected to it, which is a lot. Of course, I am Jay Sox, the Buff Nerd, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why we even have this show here today, one Big Game James. What up, guy?
Yo, Jay, what's up, man? I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here, bro.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Boy, it's been a day, dog. It's been a day on top of days, boy.
That's a
yes,
fact.
I know. Sorry, though.
That's
Life, hey, and it's called life. So
It's it.
We grown people, so we got to play life, real life. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's all
Real
good
life.
though, man. I'm happy to be here, man.
Good
I'm
deal.
glad you got things kicked off, man. The
man.
introduction's so strong. I feel like
Yeah,
I
you
owe
try.
you something, man. Every time you
Man.
come off with that, I'd like,
Nah.
I got to get a brother envelope or something.
Nah, man, look, you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that I can even do this is it's always great. Like I said, been in the game for a little bit as far as podcasting and just kind of entertaining and doing that type of deal, man. Been on stage, been around the world, kind of, done some things. But this is definitely one of the things I enjoy doing, talking to you about sports and everything else. Appreciate your friendship, man. So, yeah.
Hey, appreciate
That's
Hey,
what's
dog, you sounded a little Denny-ish
Broke
just now a few minutes ago. You said, I thought you was going to say, I. When you said been around the world, I was waiting on it. Been around the world and I.
Nah, man.
Anyway,
No,
hey, man, but hey, all that goes right
Yeah.
back to you as well, dog. This thing's
Appreciate it.
been great. Episode
Yes, sir.
31. And y'all,
Hey.
if y'all want to see growth, go to episode 1.
Ooh,
And my lighting and my setup to episode 31,
man.
night and day.
Dude, just the fact that what we did during that time, it was like 2.5 hours of. I mean, it was good stuff, but it's like, nah, we
Yeah,
can't do that.
I was parched like a mug when we was done, dog. I was like,
But nowadays,
your throat's dry.
you can, of course, not be so parched when you have a tumbler that has Big Game James on it, Big Game Sports
Yes,
Buzz
sir.
on there.
Yes,
You
sir.
can get your merch, So, yeah, you don't have to be parched anymore.
Hey, I'm really tripping, Jay. I
What's
have
up?
got to add a banner on here with the website for them to get their merch.
They can do that,
It's
man.
all good. I'm special.
It's okay.
I will make sure we get that done later.
Before we move on, make sure that you like, subscribe, and tackle that bit. Don't do that. I hate
I didn't
when
say
you
it.
do that.
I didn't say it,
know,
though.
But you
I
know.
Hey,
But you
did
know.
have you noticed I've done that in all the shorts
Yes.
since
Yes.
Chris Rock
That's-
and Will Smith did
see,
their
and there you
thing?
go mentioning it.
So, hey, that really was an accident this time, dog. I wasn't subliminally trying to put it out there.
Yo,
hey,
Mike,
me, what's
appreciate
up,
you,
man?
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks for being
you,
on
man.
here, brother.
Appreciate you being here. Yeah. So, of course, we want to shout out ASAP, for letting us be on their All Sports, All Players Network, Roku, for sure. Of course, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook right now, or when you're like, hey, you know what? I just don't have the time because I got kids, sports, and I'm coaching this and I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your favorite podcast platforms. Because, listen to Big James while you work out. Just make sure you don't have heavy weights. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you don't have
Hey,
heavy
Jay,
weights.
why can't they have heavy weights, dog? What's the
Because
dealio,
they
dog?
laugh at what you say and drop them on themselves.
Good point. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Big
So,
Game Sports Buzz and Big Game Entertainment will not be held liable for you crushing your throat while working
I'm
out.
saying, I ain't got no insurance for it. Sorry. I ain't got it.
That is
I ain't got it. Hey, this week, you know what? On this show today, it's episode 31. We're going to kind of, peel it back a little bit If you didn't catch the show Tuesday on the Chop Shop,
man.
we actually did a mock draft. Big Game James, A. Reed, the musicologist, that dude, Big Low Country, and myself.
Hey, what the world, Bo?
You know what I'm saying? We went through the first round, and of course, Big Game, NBA show for sure. No one's tuning in USFL, man.
Hold on. Hey, Mike, is the USFL kicking off tonight?
See,
Or...
that right there lets you know how much we're going to watch it.
No, dog. I'm gonna
We did.
peep it. I'm gonna peep.
We did.
I'm not just saying it. Jay.
I know.
I mean it, dog. I
right.
really want to check it
I'll
out.
watch
Just
some football.
like for 5 days.
5. No, my man Mike, Golden Mike to Mike tonight. You know what I'm saying? It kicks off Sunday, so there you go. Get some
Okay.
football on Sunday.
I will check it out after Easter brunch.
After you wake up?
Hey, no, I'm getting up. I gotta go to church, dog.
After brunch, though.
Oh yeah. I'm taking a nap after brunch, dog. Hey Jay.
That's the way it
Hey,
works.
not to get out too much off topic.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm making egg rolls for appetizer again on Easter. It's been requested.
Knowing that I know I'm gonna get some, so
And then I'm doing smoked Jamaican smoked fried chicken.
okay, man. Look,
My bad. I just had to let you know
ain't
what was
the
going
food-
down for
This ain't
Easter.
the food channel.
It's not.
man.
I'm sorry. This is not Big Game Bite. That's later.
That's later. That's another show. We're gonna have like 15 different shows coming up in like the next year or so.
Just
watch
subscribe
our
and follow all of them. Watch them all.
Subscribe and follow all of them. Hey, you know what? So let's go ahead. Even though we're not going to do the formal 4 downs, let's just talk about what's going down in sports right now. The first thing, Mike, to your point, yes, NBA, the play-in games going on. I'm actually pretty excited to see some of the players, some of the teams, the 1-8, the potential 1-8 games that are going on. I'm pretty excited about that, man, to see what's going to happen between Minnesota and the Grizz.
Are you really though?
Yes, I am.
All right,
Really
hey Jay, I'm glad you're excited because I think that will be interesting. I believe though the Clippers showed everyone how to play Karl Anthony Towns, and they just blew that game at the end, and they still have a chance to get in if they win.
Possibly.
If they beat not San Antonio. This damn hey, I feel like I had to go take a class to figure out how the damn tournament bracket worked. Like
Yeah,
I really
it's
had to go to
ridiculous.
the NBA site and look at the whole explanation of the play-in
Yeah,
for
it's
it to make
ridiculous.
sense. And this, you know what pissed me off after that?
What pissed you off?
My 13-year-old walks out, and my wife and I were like talking, like, I was like, oh, love, it works like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then my wife made a face, and my son goes, hey, they are the 9 seed, so now they play the 8 because they won. This loser's out. The other ones, he broke it down like in 30 seconds and looked at both of us like we rode a little bus to school, and I thought I was going to shake him by his neck.
Don't shake him by his neck. He's just smart.
But it was just funny.
Turner than you.
Yeah. I'm going to choke you too. It's okay. Don't say choke. I didn't think, hey, Jay, I didn't mean to say choke.
At least you didn't say slap.
At school, I tell the kids I'm going to stretch their neck.
No, you don't say that at school. You don't say that at school.
I'm an athletic. I'm a PE teacher. We stretch a lot.
I hear you. Yes,
sometimes-
those brackets are dumb. They are
Yes,
dumb.
we stretch. So this is my question then.
Yeah.
And since Mike is asking, he said they're dumb. I
Yeah.
kind of feel him on that.
Yeah.
Do you really like the play-in? Do you really think there's a need for
Yes.
4 extra teams each side to
Yes.
have a chance to get in?
Yes.
Why?
This
Explain,
is to
please.
help prevent tanking. Okay, this was solely to help prevent tanking because teams are like, hey, look, we're the 9th seed, whatever. We know what we are. So, whereas if you're in the playoffs, it's like, hey, you now have less chance of getting that extra ping pong ball. So, yeah, you could say it's like a participation trophy, but
I'm sorry.
it's
Oh,
really,
participation trophy.
it really is to help prevent tanking because it came out like the Mavs were tanking and like some other team. I just know the Mavs for sure were tanking. It was like, why are they doing the things they're doing? Because they were tanking. So
They don't have to try to tank though. All right, that was bad. That was wrong. During
Fourth
that
seed.
year,
Fourth seed.
they did.
Fourth seed.
They
So
did.
and they
Hey,
beat good teams at the
I
end
gave
of the year.
I gave you and your
you
man
had to
credit
back that
last
up.
week.
You had to back that up.
And also when we talk
Yeah.
about some other stuff here in a few minutes,
Yes, sir.
hey, one of your boys gets a little bit of props from me, bro. He really does.
Who was that?
But Luka,
Oh yeah, he
he's gonna
deserves
he'll get some props from me. But now, real talk.
Yeah.
See, you said tanking. That's cool. I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, teams are trying to do some. Where's the integrity in people nowadays, dog? I just can't stand it. Like, there's no integrity among. Hey, there's no honor amongst mother-loving thieves.
Because man.
But me, the way I looked at it until you said that the other day, I told her, I said, hey man, the NBA just looking for a way to pull people into the stands and take a little bit more money before that team was ousted. Because, like, to me, it's like
It's hard to prove, man.
I can't say what I was about to say because I might get beat up. But
Yeah, probably.
I just was depending on that team's attorney. I mean, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you could try that, but the problem with it is how do you prove it? Because you could say, "Oh, this is load management," or we don't want this, that, and the other that happened to this player. So, yeah, censorship at its finest, even though he's gonna say it in 5 minutes.
What you talking about?
The more sips, trust.
No, man, that's only on the Chop Shop on Tuesdays. Just on the Chop Shop on Tuesdays, it'll slip off my tongue.
Hey, on it tonight. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of these mother-loving snakes on this mother. That's the TBS version of it. That one and broccoli. I never understood the broccoli. Why did they say broccoli? You know
I missed that. I'm going to pay
you
attention
get
to the
your
broccoli.
Why broccoli? I'm a broccoli. I don't understand that. Yeah.
Hey, somebody said
What?
cheese for never mind. That sucked.
See, I told you gonna say it.
No, for substituting, I had to catch. Yeah.
He said, anyway,
Like Cheez-Its.
yes. But anyway, I am excited for the Grizz and the Timberwolves because of Ja Morant yapping at Beverly. Like that right there is what I want to see. Because, and I mentioned this to you earlier. Beverly was like, yeah, I loved beating my old squad. Like I loved it. Like Beverly is just that dog that you're like, okay. Like you hate him when he's not on your team.
There it is. I was about to say, if I hate Patrick Beverly,
Yes.
unless he signs with the Hawks, I would love the hell out of him. But until then,
Right.
I'm like, he look like the dude in the neighborhood that always asks somebody for a cigarette.
That's it. That's him.
Can't stand
him.
it.
That's him.
He like his breath stink because he talks so goddamn much. Sorry.
That would be a poop talker, sir.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. You're pooping it tonight? All right, cool.
I'm a poop, man.
I'm not going to say
Give me
poop.
more. Give me a few more sips.
I mean, I'm 47 years old. I cannot
What?
say poop or tinkle or pee-pee.
You just said it.
You're that guy.
Man,
You're that guy tonight. All right, cool.
You just said
I
it.
said it. You're right.
All right, let me ask this question, man.
Go
Let me ask
ahead.
this question. As it stands right now, with pending the playoffs or the play-in, the rest of the play-in tonight, is there a matchup you're actually excited about?
There's nothing that jumped out at me. I'm not gonna lie, I was excited about watching, and I sat down and watched the entire Hawks game last night against Charlotte, and that's because I really wanted to see Trae Young and LaMelo Ball kind of go at it, and it was a good game. And at the end, Atlanta just had a little bit more firepower than Charlotte had.
Yeah.
And to see Trae make those plays he made, but DeAndre Hunter stepped up big time. And when they drafted him out of Virginia, this is what they saw him doing. And they always envisioned him making the plays that he made last night. And it was a big spark. And they just had a little bit too much firepower for Charlotte. And I'm not gonna lie, that game between Cleveland is going to be a good game. Atlanta, if Allen doesn't play, we're lucky because he's a big time rim defender.
Yeah, he is.
But we do have a little bit more experience, and I'm hoping that experience comes through in that game. So I mean, if there's anything, I won't say excited, but I'm going to watch and see because I've been intrigued by this Cleveland Cavaliers team all year because they've taken a fairly young team, pieced it with Kevin Love when he's healthy, and they've played really well throughout this season, man. For being left straight nameless.
What up, Corey? Big shout out to you, bro. I didn't catch that, but Beverly is always saying something crazy. So I just want to make sure that I put that out.
You're going to make me pull that. I'm about to pull that tweet
Don't
up later,
just
man.
pull that
Thanks for sharing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
you
saying
know
thanks
what
for sharing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, Corey. Good, good looking out. I don't know about Shart. I think Shart's okay. Mike, I think it's okay. I think you say Shart.
Mike, Mike's still pulling the words out.
He got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. That's a great question, man. I think.
Hey, Ball got busted smoking pregame.
I don't know, man. Look,
That's news.
I haven't heard any reports on that, but
when I say, and I know I shouldn't do it, but shit, I'm just human. I usually have a chance to grab my phone and peek at ESPN throughout the day.
Yeah.
In school every once in a blue moon.
ESPN, Bleacher Report, whatever's out there.
Yeah. All good sporting sources, not just
Yeah.
da-da-da folks.
Yeah.
But when I say the day was just that stupid, I could not even grab 5 seconds to. When you
It's all
see
good.
the
No.
when you see the thumbnail for the show tonight, Jay, you gonna know I was busy today.
That's the one.
Hey, Mike, don't start counting. Don't start
Count
counting.
it. Count it.
Hey, Jay,
Episode 31. Count it.
how many do I get?
Let's let everyone decide, man. I mean, I don't know. I say 3, but I know that's way too low for an hour show. So 3. Let's double it up. Let's say 6.
Do I swear that much on the show?
Yeah, man. Because once we start really getting into some of these subjects that we're gonna talk about, you definitely will.
So that means you do it on purpose because you're gonna pick and prod and prime me and make me.
I don't know what you're talking about,
crazy.
man. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't like you're talking about the Hawks, and I feel like the Hawks just aren't there this year.
Well, we're not, and Hunter's out right now. Hunter, excuse me. Collins is out.
Collins, yeah.
We still overpay. It's frustrating. We're not the team that surprised people last year, and we really gonna have to go out and play our best to get past Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
In Cleveland to even make the 8th seed. So it is what it is, dog. I'm realistic. I'm not gonna lie about it. It's not a cakewalk or a layup for us to do our thing and get in here and just like.
I just want to be that guy that said, at the end of last season, the Hawks will not repeat what they did, and you're like, oh, they're young and they're this, and everyone was saying it, not just you. But everyone's saying, oh, they're this and they're that. And I said, yeah, but they're different because now everyone is looking at them and they figured out some things. And now there's
you're that guy, though, Jay. You're that I told you so guy. You can't wait to say, I told you so. Dude, let's just
do I sound like that?
Yeah, you do. Like that's, I mean, not really, but like in a buff nerd kind of way. I didn't know. I could appreciate. I can see you hitting a little bit of an Urkel in that I told you so.
Wow.
And I do that. I told you so. I can see you doing that just to be that's butthole about it.
That's messed up. Yeah. You know what's funny about that story though is that my mother actually pitched to the show, like she sent in a thing, like for them, about me coming on the show as his cousin from Texas because I look like him. It's not funny, man.
God rest his soul, boy. Why did you tell me?
I'm serious, bro.
Just wait for the thumbnails and the memes.
Bro, I'm serious. She was like, "Oh, you could be his cousin from Texas." I'm like, "My, that won't even work."
I love your mom for that. Just because I know I never met her.
Rest in peace and all that. Yeah, but
Mama Star,
that right
Mama
there.
Nerd.
That hurt my soul for a little bit, man. I wasn't really ready for that
because I came from your mother, so it had to hurt a little bit. I feel
man, it
that
came from her heart.
She loved you and she insulted you with love. Straight love on the insult.
She was looking at dollars like, Ma, don't sell me out.
Baby, you kind of look like Jaleel White.
No, she didn't say Jaleel White. She said, baby, you look like Urkel, huh?
I'm sorry.
Like, I can't even get Jaleel White. I get Urkel.
You got the straight Urk.
I was like, I couldn't be Stephon. She was like, no.
Mike, there is gonna be a new shirt.
Urkel's cousin.
Hey, I'm working on the
Mike,
buff nerd shirt right now.
Mike,
I can't wait till I get that one done.
You have just lost the golden mic.
Nah, man. Mike's getting 2 golden mics tonight.
That's all right, man. I don't mind. Yes, that's a fact, man. That's a true story. That my mother
got to put a Cowboys hat on it too.
great.
But there's no way we can work a Cowboys hat into the logo design
Sure can't.
because it's trademark infringement.
Man, I'm saying, and that's another thing. Jerry Jones is all about business, which is now pissing me off even more because it's like, Jerry, you should be talking about the draft, but instead you're talking about cryptocurrency and blockchain com that you can't even say the name right.
He can't, but I bet he got some NFTs out there on the market,
Well,
mining the hell out of them.
Man, he got NFTs.
Jerry's about his dollar, bro.
TFTs.
That's one thing I will never be mad at Jerry Jones for being about his bread. He need to be about his child support and to claim this child too, though.
Come on, man. He didn't already pay that girl off. He didn't pay more than he was supposed to.
She was a baby. Her mama got paid. She just want her daddy to say
that's how
daddy.
the system works. Now look, we're not finna get into all that, but that's how the system works. The system is messed up because it don't pay the child, they pay the mother.
Pay the mama.
And so when you pay the mama, it don't necessarily go to the child. That's the problem. So you can complain all you want to, baby. He paid for your Jeep. He paid for all your other stuff. They good. He's like, I paid more than I needed to, and overpaid, and she got what she needed and all she got, and so there she go.
Hey Jay, why is it so? I know we're off topic like the shop now, but it is. I've got to ask you this: you sign.
I wanted to talk about sports.
We are talking about sports, but I just got to ask you, dog, because you always give a good perspective on things like this.
Yes, sir.
An NDA was signed.
Yeah.
And now this information is coming out.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's just jacked up? Although the daughter didn't sign the NDA because it was signed by the mom before she was even born, I believe, or however it got settled. He said Monty Burns.
We trying to get back, Mike.
Hey, listen, hey man. All right, well, I'm done. I'm not gonna talk about Jerry. I'm not gonna talk about
the NDA, I think I know where you're going with that. Yes. I think it's messed up because the NDA was signed. So, if there's anything else that she's trying to get and glean from, hey, that was signed. It's done. It is legally done. Jerry, all he has to do is just make more money, do his thing. So look, I know that you love the show. If you like it even, buy us a coffee, help us grow. www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. That helps us get all kinds of things that we can then send back to you. It helps the program, helps us be able to get more, like layouts and just more fun things to do. We definitely want to start getting out more, and this will definitely help us be able to do that. So www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. Let's move on because my
bad, dog. I apologize for getting us off task.
It's all good.
It's been that kind of day. I needed a laugh, dog.
I helped.
And so did Mike. Mike, thank you, Mike. And that Monty Burns, dog. I almost got a cramp laughing at you on that one. I appreciate it.
Ooh. So hey, here's a question I actually posed to you as well. Was, and I hope you thought about it. We just did the mock draft, and one of the comments that was brought up by, I don't remember, one of us was, I wish we could trade. We said, no, we'll just do it straight. Is there a team, because now there's kind of coming out, some rumblings, is there a team that you say, hey, they should make a trade? They should either trade down, trade up, maybe get to a different spot, or even players to get more picks. What are the teams that you're looking at, or some of the teams that you're looking at, to say, hey, you know what, this team needs to trade. They need to make
hey man, I had that
a day one trade.
We talked about it. There's been a bunch of different scenarios, and the thing is, for some of the teams that have been talking about trading and moving, were some that needed quarterbacks. But I don't think you have to trade up to get that quarterback in this draft. So to me, I believe, Bucks trade out to another second. At 27, you won't lose by getting doubling up in the second round if you get that pickup. That's not bad. I don't think there's no pressure really on Jacksonville to have to make that number one pick. And for some reason, with everything they need, there's enough edge rushers to where if they move back, they can still get a good one and what they want. And if I'm them, I'm thinking they get out of that spot. And I'm wondering if someone like the Giants were going to go up, but at the same time, the Giants have 5 and then 7, I believe it is.
Mhm.
So they don't have to, unless they get rid of one of those earliers, move way back and gain a couple more second-round picks and maybe a first-round pick next year.
Yeah.
So I think the Giants having 2 early-on picks in that
Yeah.
top 10 could move out.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know about Saints trading for Murray. That's a good thought.
Wow.
At 19.
And they acquired that from Philly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if they would trade out of that because that leaves Arizona at a very huge deficit at that position as well. We've already stated that this is one of the – I won't say one of the worst, but it's a pretty down draft for QBs. And so it's really deep in a lot of other places. I think Jacksonville keeps it because they have positions that they need to address.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of positions they need to address. And so you have deep receivers, deep defensive linemen, deep offensive linemen, I think, and definitely deep DBs. So Jacksonville can use all of that. And so if they wanted to trade out of it, yeah, you could for definitely, some 2s and 3s or 2s and 4s if it's a high 4. Yeah, I mean, you could. And then and even future picks, definitely. But I mean, if you Mike, I don't know, brother. Kenny Pickett, Matt Ryan-esque, gets you to the promised land and then melt.
But I think Kenny Pickett's going to be a decent pro, and I was thinking that the other night when we had the mock draft, and
yeah,
you blatantly said you hated everybody, which I respect that because
I don't hate everybody.
Well,
it's just not.
Let me take that back. I understand what you mean when you say
Yeah.
the quarterback class this year compared, and then is Sam Howell really that good out of North Carolina?
Right.
Is he? Some boards have him ahead of Malik Willis. Some boards have
Right.
Malik Willis ahead of him. Some people say Sam is definitely the number 1 quarterback, but Malik Willis will go before him because of different things he can do with this. It's so far-fetched to me. It's so out there. And I
Right.
believe a lot of these teams are playing poker. So I think lies are being told to the media to get other people excited to make their draft day move like you're talking about. And then it's going to be like, what the?
Do you know what the pro comparison is for Malik Willis right now?
Who?
Taysom Hill.
Don't do that. He's better than Taysom Hill. I've seen tape. I know you're not. I mean, but I believe he's better than that. I heard the big downfall on him is that he's a little sporadic with in decision making, but can still get it done. But it's just very inconsistent right now. Which I don't know if any rookie quarterback that's going to come in and be super consistent, having to play right away. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I mean, it's very few that have done it. Ben Roethlisberger was one. That's about the only one I
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at this list. Jay, your Cowboys need a couple different things.
We need a lot of different things.
Do they try to move up to get a good interior defensive lineman? Because to me, I think they need help on the inside of that defensive line more so than the edge.
The edge is not good. You know what's the thing about that, and I definitely do a Cowboys connection, but the thing about that is when we start talking Cowboys defensive line, I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, especially with Randy Gregory leaving. He was a disruptor. Gone. Well, leaving, gone.
No, I'm just saying you're better with him gone, you think, already?
I won't say better, but I won't say we're as bad as people think.
Okay.
And so
respect that.
I think you got Armstrong, you got Lawrence, you got and what I was about to say was Micah Parsons, where he plays is going to be very key. Because, he can play all 7 positions.
Right, but I think he
Well,
needs to stay a linebacker. I don't
5.
think you need to
I
toy
agree.
with him being a defensive end. He's going
I
to be
agree.
best being able to scrape, come downhill, chase stuff down,
I agree.
and they need to get a big presence in front to help eat up
I
some of
agree.
that offensive interior, the center guard position. They need to eat that up with a big DT with the
I
way
agree.
that your coordinator likes to play.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, having said that,
Mm-hmm.
my biggest concern is the line play because
Offensive, that is, right?
yes,
Correct? Okay.
yes, the line play is what's really going to hurt the team because the defense. The reason why I believe they were as good as they were was because they had Michael Parsons,
Mm-hmm.
they had Trayvon Diggs, they had Diggs on the other side, who, yes, he's a ball hawk. He also is very aggressive and would get beaten, burned. Okay,
But I would take the 10 picks that he does get from his aggressiveness than to take that aggression away.
I mean, okay, let's say you get a pick a game, but they score 2 on you.
Yeah, but he didn't have help. Look at how your boy Brown played.
No. You said I would take the picks.
He doesn't always have 2 giving up on him a game, though,
No,
Jay.
he doesn't. He doesn't. But they get yards on him. He is susceptible to the double move. Check the tape. The boy is susceptible to the double move.
Okay, that's your squad. I ain't gonna argue you down.
So
I got
what
you.
I'll say is this: Lyle Collins, for whatever he is and whatever he was, he's gone. Right.
Cincinnati got him right. Bengals, yeah. A. Reed's loving it.
Who is that? I think Connor McGovern is gone. He's one of the Connors. He's gone. So, you have that. Basically, you have Biotish, who's trash, and you have Connor Williams and Steele. So, who wasn't bad, wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. Now, if we're talking about having the 2 running backs, yeah, he was absolutely a penalty machine. Man. Like that whole line was just. If you're having this 2-back system, you've got to run the ball. That's number one. So you got to run it more, which means you have to have a line that can do that here.
Right.
I don't know what was going on with Dak. He just can't throw people open. He can't throw receivers open, which means he needs more time. But
True.
if you're going to throw 56 times the game, you got to have a line.
Well, one, you don't need to throw the ball that much, and Kellen Moore needs to know that.
Well,
he should have utilized his running backs, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Dak being 2 years removed from that gruesome injury will be better this year. I just don't think he was ever really comfortable last year, and he looked uncomfortable in his play and his decision making.
Right.
He just did not look like he was himself a lot of games. I won't fault him for that. I won't take away what I think he's capable of doing, but I think this is a make or break year for Dak Prescott as far as like people really buying in on what he can do to take the Cowboys to the promised land.
Right.
Oh,
he needs a Watson massage, man. Whatever. No, because then he'll leave and he won't want to play here. So,
hey,
and right now the other option.
Dallas is the one place he could probably get away with doing that.
No, sir. Don't get that twisted.
The White House.
Hey, I mean, ask Zeke about that. So, ask Zeke about that.
Wow.
So yeah, the Cowboys. It is a head scratcher. To Mike's point, it is a head scratcher. I don't know what they're going to do. This draft is going to be really weird in that a lot of free agency moves have happened. So you don't really know. And again, the norms that were there as far as drafting are not there this year.
Yeah.
So like you have, big defensive linemen running like 4.7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think Jordan Davis could sneak up because we had him
yeah.
go to the Ravens at 14.
Yeah.
But he could be a top 5 kind of pick, man, just depending on what people wants, because he is a disruptor on the end, in the interior of a defensive line. I still think a 3-4 scheme is going to fit him better because he's not just like, he can get after it, but he's not just known for pass rushing. Although with that speed and size in the middle, we'll see what he does, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see because, like you said, receiver heavy, DB heavy, edge rusher heavy. But after you get past the defensive ends, there's not a lot of guys that have interior defense linemen that have a lot of great grades. So it's going to be really interesting to see who does what. And to me, I believe most teams draft is going to be made that mid to late second, third round, Jay, where they can really put together that grading process and see where they come out. I took a picture of a mock draft I did at work the other day just because I was messing around, and I took the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, and I drafted great for the Cowboys, and the Buccaneers grades they didn't like, but I had us needing, a little more offensive lineman interior,
right?
Defensive line interior, and I still think that we need secondary help. So I grabbed some pieces that they said was like kind of a stretch. They gave me like a B+, and I thought, but I don't mind that grade because in those late rounds, you on paper it looks like, because this is my thing, humans make those grades and those rankings.
Sure.
Those young men get to camp and they can change minds. Or they can prove them right. And a lot of times, those guys that get slept and missed on will step up and bring something to the table that got missed in the whole process. So that's why, like the other night when y'all asked, when Reed said, I kind of go to about the third round and I'm done. I'm intrigued by those late rounds, and then I like to go back and look those guys up in college and see what they did on the field and see how it's going to transition to that team they got picked by. And a lot of times I'm like, hey, that dude's going to be really good. He's a fifth round pick, but you'll hear his name, and sure enough, sometimes you get those guys 3 years later, man, this dude's starting. It's amazing. Or, they hit their free agency. So,
yeah, I mean, look at Harrison. Harrison, the former Steeler great that, I think he's already in the Hall if he's not, definitely going. But
James, yeah.
He was cut several times, wasn't drafted. Was he even drafted?
No, out of Akron. I think he was a free agent.
He's rookie free agent, but look at the type of career he had. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and then you have Ryan Leaf, who was, the famous, whatever you want to call it, but that's what it is. One of the things I always look at is, will it fit the team's scheme? When we start talking about Jordan Davis, I actually would like him, and this is me saying this, not a professional, semi-pro, but not a professional.
I love when you say that.
I'm a professional fan.
Cracks me up. Pokeye's greatest.
You know what I'm saying? But I actually think he would be nice in a 4-3 or even a 4-4 defense. And the reason why I say that is I love his hand speed and I love his size. And so if I have him crashing down, he's going to help me on my run support, number one.
No doubt.
And then if I can get him up the field, right, I can get him.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. I feel you on that. I don't think it'll be a problem for him getting that good push up field.
But not only that, I want to make sure that my linebackers are free. And he's a guy that can clog it up, that's going to make my linebackers say, okay, let's go. And so now I have more pressure. They can see what's going on in front of them.
Yeah.
And now they have a better chance to make better decisions.
Yes, sir.
That's one of the things that I've kind of noticed in the league, where you got linebackers, they're not able to get to their spot or make good decisions. They're out of position, they're chasing plays, or they're just running flat out towards the quarterback.
Well, Jay, I think it's because of some of these hybrid type linebackers that you have. You have some guys that depend on the defense that have really been converted safeties because they want to play smaller and faster sometimes. You don't have and think about it. The mad backer Adrian Ross talked about it when he was on our show, how the game has changed.
Yeah.
And that true traditional downhill run plugging linebacker is almost obsolete in today's game because of how much passing is done.
Right.
So you have to go get that big body defensive lineman that's going to help that guy out. That's why I like the way Michael Parsons plays so much, because he played with that reckless abandon, but still under control enough to
Right.
make things happen
And he's
while
special.
being on the field. He's a freak.
special.
Yeah, and
Listen,
that's a hell of a pick y'all got last year. with him, man.
I was down
Hell of a
on
pick.
this dude. I was like, who is this cat?
A lot
Are
of people
you
were, man.
serious?
Oh,
But
wow, that's a good one.
yeah. No,
Ron Kirkland from the Pittsburgh Steelers was a monster.
there's a lot of players that couldn't play in today's game. They just couldn't. Too big, too slow. Just the way the schemes are,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way they could play. There's no way. I'm looking at like, could Troy Aikman play in today's game? Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Absolutely not. No.
Why do you think they just want to throw the ball too much for Troy to thrive and play in today's game?
Well, I think a couple of things happens. Number one is that Troy was not fast at all. And just the way the game is being played today is so fast. And, we talk about reckless abandonment. You have backers that are just running like 4.4, 4.5 speed.
Mm-hmm.
When you have cornerbacks and DBs that they are hawking like crazy. I mean, yeah, I just don't think that would be where it would be. I just don't think so. I think they're great in their eras. I think that's why you don't have the discussions of greatest of all time in football as much as you do in other sports. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, man.
that's all good. Mike is, we got a request from Mike. Let's see. Let's put it up here. I talked about Mount Rushmore NFL.
Hold on one. Keep going, Jay. Keep going.
Where you going here? Look, and I don't. That's a tough one because when we start talking about Mount Rushmore of football, it really comes down to who you watched. So, like, I can tell you, hey, you got to put. I would say put Troy Aikman up there, or Emmitt Smith. Well, definitely Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton. You kind of notice that I'm going running backs here, but I mean, Joe Montana. Do you put him on there, and then that's 3, so that means I got one more spot. I got to put a defensive person on there. How about Ray Lewis? But who gets left off of that list? Man, that's a tough one. Mount Rushmore of football, and then so that takes out all the Steelers, so you don't have, Terry Bradshaw, Lance Swan, Jose, Jerry Rice. Does he go on there? Who comes off? That's a tough one, man. Mount Rushmore of football. I mean, maybe if you just pared it down to positionally, it makes it a little bit easier, but just all the positions, man, hey, Larry Allen with the big hat, he was a beast, man. But yeah, it's hard to say who would you put on. Maybe if, like I said, you pared it down, who's the Mount. So let's ask that question. Who's the Mount Rushmore of QBs? Tom Brady is obviously on there. Peyton Manning, I would put on there. Joe Montana, and then Dan Marino. And that would probably be my Mount Rushmore of QBs because that's a little bit easier to do. It is crazy, though, Mike. That's a great question, man. I don't know. Receivers, Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin. And then from there, would you put Megatron on there? Would you put man, that's a tough one.
Hey, what I miss? I hear y'all say Jerry Rice, Megatron, and somebody else.
So what I
Sorry.
said was, instead of doing the whole NFL, do it positionally. Do it by position. So that's what I was saying.
What's that about position? I'm sorry, I missed a little
So
bit.
who would you put? Who would you put on your? Well, I see the receivers coming in. So who would you put on your receiver Mount Rushmore? I'm gonna put this up because I like this one here.
Oh wow, that's
all the NFL players. But on your
my receiver Mount
receivers.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna definitely have to say Randy Moss.
Okay, there you go.
I
You and Mike must be
believe.
cousins.
Nah, we ain't cousins. I'm gonna say Randy Moss. I'm definitely gonna say Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
One person that I don't think gets enough love that should is Marvin Harrison. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yeah.
And I never saw that guy take a hit. I couldn't believe it. As small as he was, to get open like he did and to never take like a kill shot blow was amazing to what Marvin Harrison could do.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, man, I don't know if you I like the playmaker Michael Irvin, but I think it would come down to either Mike or even a Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp's career was cut short, so he can't be Mount Rushmore.
Sharp.
But I think Mike Irvin could definitely be Mount Rushmore for sure.
Oh
man.
yeah,
for
you
sure.
gotta
He'll
put
be on mine. I put the playmaker on there.
Playmaker on there.
You know,
Can't
I still-
nobody do
I
it like the
still want to
playmaker.
talk to him about that one story when he blamed T for getting him in trouble, and there ain't nobody
Don't
still
do
ain't
that.
met T.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let that man live. Let that man live. Yo, that Swan,
Swan.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Lynn Swan. I'm old. I mean, I ain't that old though.
But see but that goes back to what I was
I
saying,
like that.
you know.
I like that. Because it's
It depends on
generational
who
almost.
you watch. Yeah, it depends on who you watch. I know of Lynn Swan. Yes, I
know
I
Lynn Swan as well.
because I didn't even say Drew Pearson. You know, I mean, there's
You did
there's
say
that.
Drew. And that
You know, I think there's Dupree. Somebody might say Dupree. So I mean, there's just a lot of great receivers. But who do you put on Mount Rushmore? Now, here's one that, you know, I always like to ask people like you. Defensive lineman. Come on, put it up there. Who's your defensive lineman, Mount Rushmore?
Hey man, I got two. I got to pick
You got-
one D lineman.
No, you're Mount Rushmore, so you get 4.
Okay, so first and foremost, they call him an outside linebacker. He's a defensive end to me.
Wait, hold on. Stop it with the Steve Largent.
Steve Largent?
Blake.
Stop playing. Not a Mount Rushmore, Mike. Nope. But you know, for me, man, it's gonna be Reggie White. It's got to be Reggie White. Minister of Defense. Hey, Reggie White was a monster.
Yes, sir.
Lawrence Taylor.
He's not a linebacker.
He's not a linebacker.
I mean, he's not a defensive lineman.
He was like a rush. He was a stand-up rush in, man.
No, I will not let you do that. See, this is what you do. This is what you do.
Look at the fit. Okay, cool. All right. Scratch LT from a list.
Thank you.
Scratch LT from a list. Dang. I'm gonna go. God dog. So now you got me rethinking my whole thing. But no, for real, Reggie White.
Yeah.
All right. Jerome Brown, rest in peace. Philadelphia Eagles was a monster.
Yes, sir.
John Randall.
Ooh.
John Randall's like, I chase chickens.
I love when they would mic him up.
Randall.
God, it was yeah.
And then a lot of people gonna think I'm crazy because as much as I want to say my old teammate, Warren Sapp.
Yes, sir.
I got a soft spot for my man Simeon Rice as well.
Okay. All right. There you go. I
mean, Jerome Brown was such a. I mean, I watched film of him playing a game with a dislocated shoulder with one arm disrupted and killing people. Man,
that's warriors. Well, football players are warriors. I don't care what anyone says.
Crazy, man. So just
this
to see that,
modern.
Man. Oh wow, Lyle Alzado, Jose, you're showing your age right now. But Lyle Alzado was juiced up, man, like a mug, dog. I don't know if he could have done that. Now, if I want to go back to an old great Raider, that a person I do love that I didn't say, but he's up there for me is Howie Long. I was a big Howie Long fan, man.
Howie Long was nice.
Raiders
defense.
Howie Long was really good.
Man, that
really
Raiders
good at what he
defense
did.
was scary. It was scary. Hey, look, let's go ahead and let's jump into this. Look, we look at things throughout the week, and it's a little bit different on this show, but you know what? Sometimes we still got to say, oh, my God, are you serious? It just makes us say, what?
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. It makes us say, "Oh hell no!" This week we got one because we got to jump into celebrity crushes for our top 5. That's right. So get them ready. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have some upset people, but it's okay.
I'll read the disclaimer before I read mine, dog. It's all good.
Whatever. Come on, let me get your oh hell no.
Hey, you call me a punk later, but it's okay.
You're mine.
Hey,
you're my oh hell no.
I'm gonna fight you for real. Hey, so last night, while I was enjoying a good basketball game between those Atlanta Hawks versus the Charlotte Hornets, late in the game, Atlanta pretty much already established their dominance and was taking off on things. Mikal Bridges, there's something happened and he didn't get the call that he wanted. And I think I said his name right. Anyway, he got mad. He got a double technical, got ejected. A fan was heckling him, and he got mad at the fan, threw his mouthpiece at the fan, missed the fan, and hit a teenage girl on the side of the face. Now, he did come out and apologize, but my oh hell no moment of the whole thing is, yo, you lost. You're not coming back. Ride out with just stay in the game or go ask your coach to take you out. There was no need to get the ejection at that point in time because you clearly had lost. Y'all couldn't hit the shots you needed. You couldn't even hit the goddamn person that you was aiming at. Hell nah. Oh, hell nah, for hitting that little girl in the face with a mouthpiece. That's so nasty.
Bro, I saw this video. It was great. And I saw the video where he tweeted out, does anybody know who this girl is so I can apologize?
So I can make it right to her.
How about not throwing your nasty mouthpiece at people there? Nasty boy. See, and I was going to ask you.
Nasty, right?
We're going to have to, next show, we're going to have to talk about this because I want to know your thoughts about that. So we're going to hold that off. That's the teaser for next week. Pro athletes throwing mouthpieces and getting upset at fans. We've kind of talked about that before.
Pro athletes overreactions. Yes, that's a good top 5.
It's starting, yeah. It's starting to get there, man. So speaking of, that's a great segue. Most people have top 100. They even have a top 50, a top 25. They even punk out and get a top 10. But here at Big Game Sports Buzz, we have a top 5. Who's in, who's out. This week, top 5 celebrity crushes. We getting the Liddy up in here. And hey, just understand what it is. Okay? Sometimes we talk about sports, sometimes, we watch commercials. And when commercials come on, Instagram. Let's scroll. What you got, Big Game?
Well, Jay, there will be no Instagram models making my top 5 tonight.
What?
Because
told you my oh hell no.
I can be your oh hell no. That's all good. Happy wife, happy life. So we talked about this topic a couple weeks ago.
We did,
and I had a long list.
You did. It's a great list
of attractive young ladies that I had to say pump the brakes because there's so much more to a crush than just looks.
We only have 10 minutes left.
Hey man, let me go. I'm gonna be done soon, so you can laugh and critique me all you want, and you can even win this list hands down this week, Jay. I don't care. So.
Oh, I can win this one? I know who won't be on the list. That's right, Mike.
Keep my wife's name out your bleeping mouth.
Mother loving mouth.
So,
oh, my gosh.
Story short, and let me get on with this.
Yeah, let's do it.
I wanted to pick someone that people, a top 5 list that was just not attractive, but also just their genius, their brilliance, their smarts. So here we go. Regina King.
Oh, that's nice.
Angela Bassett.
These are not celebrity crushes, bro.
Holly Berry.
These are not, okay, that might be one.
Sanaa Lathan.
Okay, we'll have to talk about that off.
And my beautiful queen, Aisha Canada.
That's nice.
She's a celebrity in her own right. Now, all that being said, please make sure you check my Twitter, my Instagram, if you want more details.
If you want the
how
list.
I came up with that.
If you want the real list.
Okay. If you want more in-depth knowledge of
you want the real
how I
list.
came up on this list.
If
So
you
yeah,
want
that's
the
it, man. My wife is my number one celebrity crush. 'Cause she was a rock star. She was a rock star in college. She did her thing, dog. I got lucky to have her. I love you, big eye.
I know, bro. If he does, show's over. Hey, let me give you my list.
I almost said Maya Angelou and Mother Teresa.
Like, you need to be canceled right now. You for this show.
Hey,
Oh my God. Anyway, let
run
me
it,
give you one. Right? Yeah, I look at the whatever. Here we go. For me, this is my throwback. I have a throwback. Felicia Rashad. That's my bun. That's my one. That don't show me your list.
Hey,
all right, I don't care.
She's like right.
I don't care. I don't care. I
She was
don't
okay.
care. I don't care anymore.
Right there.
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
I don't care.
I like how you classed it up though already. So you think
that's what I am, man. I am, dude. I'm a buff nerd. You know what I'm saying? Taraji P. Henson. That's my celebrity crush, bro. I love that old girl. Man.
okay.
Especially when she was sweaty in the Hustle and Flow. Keep them broke. That way they keep coming back for more. The other one, Liz Cambage. Look, you may not know about Liz Cambage, and if you don't, you're under a rock. She's like 6 something or another.
She's almost 7 foot.
She's not 7 foot.
In my mind, she is. She's taller than 6'5". She's a giant.
She's tall. But what I will invite you to do is look at the, I believe it's Sports Illustrated Skin Edition. She's like, why is everybody so hung up on nudity? It's nothing. I like that. She's dope. She nice. I will climb that tree. She nice. Yeah, this is another throwback. This is mine. Toni Braxton. When Toni was hot, Toni was nice. She was good. She was nice. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. And my number one, and I don't usually do this, but she is my number one. The prototype, Serena Williams. All day. Yes. If she rolled up in her limo with the baby, it's that, hey, look, I left old dude. Let's go. It's a wrap.
Hey, Jay,
What's
if
up?
they told her to haul ass, she'd have to make 2 trips.
Hey, I'm here for both of them.
Nice list, sir.
See, it wasn't all,
I'm going to make sure I edit this show down and send this part to Margot.
Look, she already knows my list. She knows my list. I told her, she knows that. She knows it. We have in our contract called a marriage license where it stipulates if Serena roll up with the baby.
He said in our contract.
Yeah, in our contract, which I had to do an addendum, but I said, look, if she roll up with the baby, it's on. Peace. Love y'all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what was that? Harlem Nights. Yo, get your mother on the phone.
Bobby, put mommy on the phone. I'm never coming home again. Gotta love it.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, them tall ones, man. It's something about them tall ones, boy. Come by, see that. Yeah, she's 6'8", but she nice. Telling you. Check her Instagram out. Come by, I'm waiting on you. We should come back to Dallas. I know you love it in Vegas, but come on back. Yo,
Hey,
that's the show.
She just signed with LA too. She just signed with.
That's
the
right.
Sparks.
She did. She
just signed with
did.
LA
I saw
Sparks,
that.
man.
So,
But I don't know who that is. I don't know. I've never seen her
I'm
Instagram at
ignorant,
all.
Smitty. I know that, but it's all good. Look here. I'm Jay Soggs. That's Big Game James. Thank you so much for joining us and watching the show. It's always a pleasure. Much, much love for y'all. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and tackle that bell so you know when Big Game Sports Buzz and Big Game Entertainment, don't you do that, Big Game Entertainment will be on, because we always have stuff going on. Always. Of course, shout out to ASAP, All Sports, All Players Network. And, of course, you can listen to us on your favorite streaming platform.
Hey, Jay, guess what's coming next for us, bro?
What's coming up?
We will be on Amazon very shortly as well. So Amazon Music, Amazon e-reader books. The podcast is coming. Just got that news last night, so
there you
we
go.
will be able to get checked out on Amazon as well.
Big check mark. Make sure that y'all tell your friends. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody that you love and hate.
Tell your mama and them. Tell your
We'll
mama
talk
and them.
about them too. We'll talk about them too. Hey, I'm Jay Stocks.
I'm Big Game James. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Dope. It's a dope move by Speed.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line?